Well, here comes... So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. The action has already started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this guy, the supremely confident...
And he's decided to go for it. Goal! Inter! And what a start!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's having a hit! And that will sail harmlessly past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Zanetti. Gonzalez is wide and looking to get onto this. Çalhanoğlu. Davids. Çalhanoğlu. In with the challenge. Knocks it into space. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He's had a shot! And we have our very first corner. Çalhanoğlu goes short. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. And he's intervened well there. Costa Curta. Schneider. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he plays one through. Brilliantly cut out. Schneider. Now it's Schneider. Now that looks a decent ball. Fired deep towards the back post. Thuram looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Davids. Ribery. Now it's Martinez. Played through into space. Spread neatly. Hermoso gets over and intercepts. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Mkhitaryan. Ribery. Now it's Martinez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession, and he shoots! Well, that is one way to stop him. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Zanetti has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. De Bruyne is onto this. He's had a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Abiati gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. Mkhitaryan touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Now it's Gonzalez.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Martinez. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Now it's Ribery. Wriggles his way through, succumbs to the pressure. Çalhanoğlu defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Half-time getting close now. Face to face with the keeper. Great chance! Schneider.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gonzalez. And he's managed to get free. Gonzalez! They want to be quick to recover this. Takes the shot! Oh no, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, this looks sharp. Mkhitaryan powering forward here. Dumfries. He rises! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Inter Milan kick off the second half. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Here's found the way through. Here's a chance! That's an extraordinary save from Sommer! And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Nice-looking ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Sommer claims comfortably. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hernandez. Costa Curta. And he's let fly. And the ball's come loose here. Played out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. In once more. Terrific header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Gonzalez. Çalhanoğlu cuts out the pass. And nicely intercepted. Gonzalez. Hermoso. Now it's Ribery. Dumfries wins the duel this time. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And he cuts out the supply. Played out to the right. Inter Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for...
Good chance here! It's off target and by quite a way.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Enrique. Now it's Martinez. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Goes for goal! Bastoni. Not the most convincing of passes. That is ended up in no man's land. Gonzalez. Schneider. And that's not going to reach.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Numero 20. Numero 7. Schneider. Lasciano il campo per...
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Il numero 15. Il numero 68.
Great ball, and he's in here. Lookman. Good ball over the top. And Keane! Oh, crossbar! Oh, no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Akanji. Now it's Enrique, and this is De Bruyne. Costa Curta with a fine tackle. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, good spread. And there's the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Corner number 2 then. Quadrado plays it short. DiMarco. Hernandez. Good effort from distance. Gave it a go, but off target.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's DiMarco. Now, who's going to be first to this? Mkhitaryan was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. De Bruyne has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
He'd been asking for that, Peter, and it puts him under much more pressure now.
Lookman. Oh, that's nice. Mkhitaryan. Tries to play it through. Now it's Thuram. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, delivered in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Cambio di giocatori.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's a really well-measured ball. Can he get it through? And it's made its way to him. De Vrij clears it away. And that's gone loose. And the pass is intercepted. Thuram out to the right. Could move up a gear here. Hernandez. Quadrado is herring after that one, and he's intervened well there. And they're quick to get it back. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Luis Enrique. Diouf. Quadrado.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Keane looking to run onto it. Oh, that's fabulous. He's found the... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, should have put that away.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Corner number 3 coming up. DiMarco with the short one. Now it's DiMarco. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Barella. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Just about within shooting range.
Well, he certainly...
There's the whistle, and the first period of extra time ends on a dramatic note. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9, numero 26. Lasciano il campo per...
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Il numero 22.
This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? He is through here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's a goal kick. Barella. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Inzaghi. Diouf. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try...
Mkhitaryan! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And it's Inzaghi. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a gruelling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Pressure and nerve. After 2 inconclusive hours, it is penalties. So the ball is placed on the spot. Inzaghi shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. And he does it with poise.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Dumfries steps up for his penalty. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
This to double their advantage. he's hit it over.
It's a technical no-no. He got underneath it.
Martinez is the man who's second in line. It's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Well, that's about as tame as they come, Peter. Couldn't have been any easier for the keeper.
And that doubles their lead. Inter Milan can't afford to miss another one. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Lookman is able to finish it here. And he delivers. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your reflections then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Pete.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. So we're up and running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Kvaratskhelia is a player who can do some serious damage. He brings a lovely intensity to that left flank and thrives on getting into...
Terrific header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Takes a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pirlo. Now Costa Corta. Plays the return pass. Robson. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Messi. And it's Puyol. Now Howson. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Pirlo. Now Costa Corta. And it's Pirlo. Robson. Now Costa Corta. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Messi. That is lovely. Howson. And it's Pirlo. Messi. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Robson is onto this. Rijkaard powering forward here. And this is Inzaghi, looking for options for movement.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Robson. Kvaratskhelia. Now Pirlo. Chiellini cuts it out. Neymar. Out to the right. Szoboszlai. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a throw-in. Almost half an hour in now. Pirlo is always looking to break lines. Kvaratskhelia. And this is Hazard. Olise. Doué. Filippo Inzaghi. Hazard was in no mood for any of that. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Triol. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. The less said about that pass, the better. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. FARUK-OF. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Schmeichel. And it's Pirlo. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Pirlo cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Neymar. Doué is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Costa Curta. And it's Messi. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
In the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 15, Olise.
So off we go once more.
Number 17.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Costa Curta. Messi. Lovely bit of skill. In with the challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Borussia Dortmund do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Juli receives it in a wide position. Oh, terrible! Great chance! Goal! The second half sparked straight into life. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
The goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund after 53 minutes is
Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
And it's Drogba. Well, we expected better, and so did he. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Julu. Rijkaard. Now, can they get him away?
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
The attendance
That's
for
been
this
cut
match
out,
was
well played.
60,332.
Julie. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Out to the left it goes. Kvaratskhelia going full tilt down the left. Kvaratskhelia. Ah, such a clever touch. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's Azar. Pirlo. Oh, a delicate chip through.
Bahia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Produces a cross. Messi. Now it's Messi. Borussia Dortmund do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Costa Curta. Borussia Dortmund are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Nicely shaped ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Neymar. Szoboszlai. Julie just eases him off the ball. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia goes on a charge down the left. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Looking to play him in. And that has put paid to that. Robson. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Bahia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And it's Drogba. Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, that's a key interception. Can he get on the end of this? Not much time now for anything fresh to happen,
There
I think.
will be 1 minute added time.
Aimed beyond the defence. Nice interception, well timed. And that is that. Borussia Dortmund have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Neymar. Rijkaard. And it's Kaka. Here's a chance! Just a whisker away. Conte. Olise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well timed, excellent interception. It's a throw-in. That has been cut short. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He is through here. Played into the box. Now it's Inzaghi. Howson cuts it out. And they've switched it over to the other side. Alexander-Arnold. He rises! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Doué. He's got away. Very nicely done. Doué! Oh, it rattles the bar. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've met...
He's going for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar chooses to go crossfield. Bojan. And it's made its way to him. Mateus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And no, that was never going to make it. Alexander-Arnold. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Neymar. Has a look and plays it forward. Now what about this cross? It's a lovely, neat pass. Rijkaard. Doué. Good chance here! And that's off target.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Kaka. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, Red, nice interception. Bojan. Filippo Inzaghi. Conte. Olise is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Oh, perfectly measured that. Closing in on goal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neymar. Can he get it through? Kaká showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Doué. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Costa Curta. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Neymar. No, he's not getting past him there. Olise. Doué. He can run onto that. Oh, he's... Can he finish? Goalkeeper's... In he goes again. Ball played for Rijkaard. Bojan. Now it's Neymar. He's found a way through.
Such good technique.
Cross flung in towards the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry. There's the whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
Borussia Dortmund really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. Here we go again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Bojan, great vision. In towards the... Oh, what a climb! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Conte. Neymar. Mateus. Rijkaard. And he's in on goal. Big chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. Lofted in. Szoboszlai gets it clear. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar. And this is Inzaghi. This looks promising. That's good play. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's Inzaghi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Substitution in progress.
There's the shot! Just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Costa Curta. And still we await the first breakthrough. Now it's Doué. Now it's Inzaghi. And here's Neymar. Doué! And that is wildly off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
McAllister. Alexander-Arnold. McAllister. He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's a sharp pass. Doué. Front-footed pressing going on here. That's been cut out, well played. Hazard. Well, that has not gone well. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Chiellini. Zanetti. And it's Szoboszlai.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Header! It's a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Julie coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
Hazard. Played out to the left flank. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Doué. Has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Mbappe. There's the crossfield ball. That'll be a throw-in. Hazard. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, there's a probing ball. Threads one in. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
It's a promising position.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Rijkaard. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Good ball over the top. Mbappe. And it's Khan. And Adams. Khan. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Hello, attendees.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I suppose they might admit to not having the best 90 minutes of possession with the ball, but they were harried continually by a team that seemed to want it that bit more.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Now it's Doué, neatly clipped into space. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He can run onto that. Abiati claims comfortably. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Tries to pass it through. That is good alertness.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
And what's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true. Just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And he... Olise! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, good-looking ball. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. That looks a good ball through. Oh, he's... And a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Tries a shot! In he goes again! Goal! And there is his 30th goal. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Borussia Dortmund are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Borussia Dortmund have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Batistuta. Szoboszlai.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Doué. He's found a way through. Shapes to shoot! It's hit the crossbar. And that would have been some goal.
Doué can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Szoboszlai does really well to win the ball there. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard. Neymar. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's been played through. Great chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Looking to play him in. And that is expertly dealt with. Now that's well seen too. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. He's a sharp little ball here. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Szoboszlai, Neymar, and this is Inzaghi. Played into space. Szoboszlai.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Driving on and making good progress. Mbappe! And he's had it nicked away. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. Now it's Doué. Kimmich simply refused to be outdone there. Oh, good spread. Kimmich. And he skips past his man. He is through here. And the whistle goes for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Borussia Dortmund really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Borussia Dortmund ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. That gets things going for the second half. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Doué. Now it's Kimmich. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Filippo Inzaghi. Olise. Shifted it to the flank. Rijkaard has it out wide and in space.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, they're first. Neymar with the short one. He's had a shot! Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. Olise plays it short. Here's a chance! Mbappe. Ambitious ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. Szoboszlai. Now it's Olise. He's picked his way through. Nice control. Olise going face-to-face with his great rival. He rises! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
No, again, there's no way through. Flamengo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the count.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Teremos uma substituição.
So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Decent hit from there. Borussia Dortmund perhaps contemplating their next change here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's got away. Oh, he's got a side of... Can he finish? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Julie just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Kimmich. Nicely weighted ball. Doku. Neymar. Rijkaard. And it's Conte. Aims beyond the defence. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, here we go. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, terrible pass. Takes a shot. It's there. Just one goal in it now. Game on. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Camisa 9.
Flamengo get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, played through for the wide man. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, that's an excellent interception. And the finish! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Camisa 10. Camisa 8. Deixando o campo para a entrada de...
Taken back almost at once.
24.
Threads one in. Looking for options for movement.
Flamengo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Julie. Szoboszlai.
Borussia Dortmund surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
De Bruyne. Now it's Olise. Doku. And they're quick to get it back. Olise goes short. Has a look and plays it forward. He's played it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And he's managed to get free. Takes a shot. Five minutes left on the clock. And he cuts out the supply. Doku. And it's to Bruyne. Rijkaard with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Now that looks a decent ball. Very much into the last knockings. The less said about that pass, the better.
Flamengo really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
4 added minutes on the board. Play backwards here. Kimmich gets a cross in. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Showing good feet. Header! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Referee looks at his watch and blows his